More Patreon server. Today is going to be a bit of a quicker episode, less edited, less stuff done. Reason being, my wrist is really sore tonight. I think my arthritis is flaring up in the wrist. Been getting progressively worse all night. I also need to do a whole bunch of tax stuff for morning, which is actually today because it's already past midnight. So there we go. And I need to get this video edited at some point too, which is another thing that I haven't accounted for. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Yes, we've updated to 1.9, well, no, I didn't. Pig Hosting did, because I couldn't. So Pig Hosting did, because they are nice people. Let's do a quick time set day. Boom, excellent. So yeah, we're on 1.9. We have the new command block stuff. We have the new Dragon Head and these things, and not many stuff that's kind of usable in a castle. We might fit these lights in somewhere, these end rods. Maybe the purple, whatever. Those two, and the endstone bricks would probably work in somewhere. And the well, most of the blocks apparently we can put in somewhere then, I guess. But yeah, in the off time, I'm working quite a bit on just general structure. There's also these clocks, which showed up in the clocks here. We're gonna see if we can work on the mechanism today with the new command blocks. See how that goes. But we'll get to that in a second. Let me show you what's all kind of happened. I've got this roof stretched out here. Got the roof also stretched out on this side. Build up some walls over there just for testing purposes. Built up. I think I built up some of this path too. It's been a while actually. I think I did some of these paths, some lighting out here, which is nice. You know what? If we try to do Resource Packs Danger Zone, we can try it. It's made for an older version. I don't think it's going to work in 1.9 because they changed how stuff renders in 1.9, I think. Yeah, see, it doesn't work. Maybe there's going to be a new version for 1.9. I hope so, because that's really useful for working out the lighting. Like, really useful for working out the lighting. Words cannot express how useful that is. But yeah, I got some lighting down here. Unfortunately, in Minecraft, you have to put a lot of lights in to do anything with, but it looks, I think, okay. Maybe over here is a bit busy. I got some hidden lighting in the bushes too, so I might need to do a bit more of that here, perhaps. I don't know. Also worked on this path up to the owlery, so that's coming along nicely. Goes all the way up here. It's got light on it and everything. All that good stuff. Still a moose up here. We'll get rid of this moose. I slowly just get rid of the occasional moose, just to tidy up a little bit. I also did growing some trees in the grounds here, and again I hid lighting in the trees as well. That's that. These guys are here, which I don't know. The diamond is a bit much, I think. Maybe we'll change it up for some kind of dyed leather, but we'll see. Over in the forest, haven't done a huge amount. I was looking at some one-command tree generators, like tree randomizers, which they were made for older versions, it seems, so they didn't quite work. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to look into getting those working at some point, but I planted a few more trees here. Really haven't made a dent in it, considering the forest is meant to spread everywhere. You see swamp here is meant to be forest. So that's a huge amount of work. But I definitely want to get a tree randomizer working because it will make the trees bigger and more interesting than these vanilla trees. That's that over here. Other changes, not a huge amount. I've done more just kind of structure stuff along here in this balcony area. I've done a bunch of flooring in places as well, all along here and up on the next floor. We go up here, see a bunch of flooring all done in this area, Done down that way. Chucked a couple of paintings in. Done this little bit of roof here. Oh, yeah, this is a thing I did. This lion statue here, which I stole shamelessly from the internet, but I did it a while ago, so I forget who made it. But I think he looks quite cool. And he's sitting on some cracked stone bricks as well. We're missing Optifine because we're in 1.9, so everything's kind of a bit more blocked, the glass, but that's okay. I think I put a couple of signs down to kind of mark stuff. I worked on this roof and this classroom here as well. If we look here, we can just see the tippy tip of the clock over this roof. Only just, but it works. And then, yeah, I worked on this classroom a little bit. I was messing around with the new command blocks. There's a couple of things we can do with them. We can change this thing up to work with new command blocks. We can also, we're going to see if we can do the clock tower with new command blocks. Because these command blocks now have all these impulse and chain, repeat and conditional, unconditional, and always active, and O's and X's, and typing, and I always press escape, and then none of this saves, annoyingly. And they're directional now too. They have like an arrow on them, and it's madness, complete and utter madness. And I've been trying desperately to learn it today. Not sure why this beam's here. I think I'll get rid of that. Well, no, I think I had that for a room to be up here, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. But I do have this here, this classroom. No furniture yet, but to try the new command blocks so I could kind of learn them and understand how they function, I made this closet. Yes, it's got a couple of little racks, no detail in it yet, just kind of testing it out. But yeah, got a couple of little like racks to store stuff on, and you know, there's that. Behind this door, it's just another, you know, it's the same closet, you know, it's the same door, like, it's not hard to work out, right? But then in this closet, we've got a chest here, which is empty at the moment, and it is a trap chest, apparently, so I will have to change that. I didn't mean to put a trap chest there. But yeah, and then behind this door, we have the hat closet. I keep calling them hat stands. They're not really hat stands, because they're just stands, but we've got the stands here behind this door. And then behind this closet again, we got the hat stands, and in this closet we got the chest. And this closet, we still got the chest in there. Don't place that. And then this closet, we got the hat stands and the chest. Chest in here, hat stands in here. You know, I can mess around with this all day. I really like this. I'm going to show you how that works at the end of the episode. I was trying to do it before, but the new command blocks, man, they have made it so much more compact. They may have made a tiny little bit of lag, but no more than it would have done anyway, so I'm very happy with it. Gotta clear up some of this snow too. Alright, let us work on the clock tower here. So I already put some daylight sensors in, which are down these holes. You can see, hello, daylight sensor. Not sure if that's what we're still going to go with, and I haven't looked up any. Hello, I haven't looked up any commands for this either. So that'd be something we can do. I did put this little doorway here. This gives access to the daylight sensors. They're behind these blocks. But yeah, let's see. I'm going to look up some commands. I'm going to see what kind of options we have here, and we'll go from there. Okay, so it's looking like we will definitely have to use the daylight sensors here. I just tried this time command. We might be able to do something using the Multicraft built-in commands, like to run a command every game day or something. I don't know. I haven't really looked into that option either, but I would like to keep it internal so to speak, internal to Minecraft itself. I was seeing if this was going to output a different redstone signal based on the time value. Doesn't seem to, unfortunately. So we'll definitely have to do it with the daylight sensors here. But these guys are going to be kicking out a redstone signal based on the time of day. The other thing is we have these guys over here, which I guess we might get rid of. I just bring this all the way around here. And then this one is going to be working on nighttime. Get rid of this guy. Okay, so right now, we have 3, look at the power, it's 10, now it's 11. Okay. Okay. So that for us means basically it's going all the way to there. Is there any way? I guess we should put a clock in here so we can actually see the time. At least have one on our hotbar. That would make sense. In fact, I could put one on my second hand. How about that? How about damn apples? Is it in the miscellaneous? Where are clocks? Redstone, no. Materials, probably not. Tools? Ah, tools. How do I get my second hand? Oh, okay, that's how. Boop. Boop. Oh, can the clock really not go in? Oh, there it goes. Okay, good, good. And the heat's kick in, so we're going to have to give it a moment while we work that out. Or wait for that. Something, I don't know. Words, it's tired, it's late, I'm tired. Okay, so if we were to use the daylight sensors here, we'd have the issue of storms messing it up. Which would be anything testing for light level. There doesn't seem to be an easy way to test for the time of day. The only other thing we might be able to do, or the only other way we might be able to do it, is using a scoreboard. Quite possibly. So I'm thinking that might be what we have to do. It's also really difficult to fit all the redstone we need in here as well, which is an issue. Because even this is not quite enough. Yeah, thunderstorms and whatnot are gonna completely mess us up. Okay, so I've set up a little something here based on some stack exchange. We've got a time query repeating block here. Oops. And this guy, which is like resetting this invisible armor stand, which we have. If we go game mode 3. See the invisible armor stand here. Oh, okay. Crazy clock. So if we do this, it finds time, which I don't think it should be doing. Let's pop this in. Oops, that's not what we want to do. Let's pop this in here. Always active. See, it finds time, which is possibly wrong because it's not midnight. What do I want here? I want a redstone repeater. Oh, I can't place on this, can I? We're way down here at the bottom of the world. This is actually where we have all the rooms of requirement down here. So you're finding time, but you're not finding it at midnight. So if we go time set, let's just do slightly before midnight. Or is that slightly after? I think that's slightly before. I don't know. Can I get you to output your nurse? Time is 1858, 18408, blah blah blah. Okay, so if we go, if we say min, what do you do? I don't know. I just don't know. If we set this to 17,000, okay, so hopefully that's going to find it if the time is between 17,000 and 18,000. So if we set this to 17,000, are you now going to start outputting? No. The time is between 17,000 and 18,000, right? Score time. Score time equals 18,000. That's what I was missing, I think. Found time. Yeah. Found time. But it's not outputting a signal. We're getting close to 18,000 though. Looking at this. It's ticking up slowly here. Are you going to output at all? No. Okay, and we're over 18,000 now. But it says it find... Oh, now it's not finding time. But it... What? Oh, this is a repeat. I'm an idiot. I need a comparator. Jesus. Okay. Right, let's set it to... Okay, now it's finding time. Okay, so it should find time until it hits 18,000. Jesus, that was loud. So, yeah, it's gone past 18,000. It's missed time. Okay, so if we set it to 16, as soon as it hits 17,000, should find time. Yeah, okay, alright. Let's do weather clear, because that's loud. Weather clear. Alright, so this works. So we can set these up in the clock tower, based on whatever times we want it to be, and then that can clone clock faces up to where we need it to be. Or we can set them down here, which will give us plenty more room. But we're trying to set it in the clock tower because I like it to be in the clock tower. Let's control copy that, so we can take it upstairs. Let's do a warp castle. Yeah, that still works. That's good. Let's also do a time set day. Alright, we're also going to need to work out the times of everything, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's get in here, though. Up. Alright. Oh, that's the wrong door. I want this door. Okay. So we're going to want it to copy 4 clock faces. Right, so we can get rid of all of this. We can't get rid of these blocks because those lead down there. But we can get rid of all of this nonsense. In fact, we can get rid of the daylight sensors as well. Screw those. Okay, so we can get rid of all of that. Right. Let's get rid of this glass nonsense. Let's get rid of everything that's in our way. So we want each of these command blocks to be able to output to a comparator and trigger 4 command blocks. So each command block is going to be powering what we could do. I would like them to be tileable, so we can get it to do 3 that way. We could have a broken clock and just do 3. Or we could do it with 2 and just kind of clone basically the entire clock tower, almost like clone, like there's obviously 2 faces that are facing the same way, right? Just clone the whole kathunk of it, the whole thing. That could work. That'll be a bit messy. The only way we could do 4 tileable would be to go too wide, or have a gap in between. Do we have enough room to do it is the other question. So we would have a command block, a command block, a command block, a command block. And we need to send power into that command block. No. No, we don't, unless we do it maybe like this. Or maybe, no, we'd have to do this. We can't get rid of this stuff. This needs to be here. Okay. We almost need a bit more room. We could shift the entire tower up 1. That is an option. But we could do it like this. If we had the command block here, and then comparator here, that would work. That would trigger those 4 command blocks, and in fact, we would be able to tile that right up next to each other. The unfortunate thing is we wouldn't be able to move around, and it would be, you would be able to activate it from upstairs, like using redstone. So that's not ideal. So the other thing we could do is shift this entire tower up 1 space. Just go flunk up a space. And go from there. But that will give us enough room that we could walk around. We could walk on the comparators. Or yeah, that would just give us more room. So let's at least shift us up at least 1 space, if not more. Okay, so just looking at this a little more, I've shifted the entire room, or the entire tower, stretched out at like this middle point by 2 blocks. Gives plenty more room. But looking at it, if we were to go with this plan, we would be able to fit, what, 1, 2, 3 times on this side. Like that. So say 3 times on the other side, assuming we don't mind blocking the door. And then maybe 1 or 2 on this side. That is unfortunately not enough. We're going to need plenty more than that. So the next best possible means of action is to go to that using 2 idea. Using 2, you know, the 2 command blocks to clone each face. So the way we would do that is to set that up like that. Set a block here. Then have a command block below and a command block above and below. But that won't work that way round. So have to go with the command block here. The redstone repeater on this, feeding into there, and then the command block above and below. This one would be tileable much more, so we'd be able to fit on here. We would be able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on this side. Another 11 on this side, say. So that's like 22. We could do like 25. We could go up to maybe 30 even, which would be plenty probably. That would give us a good segment, good chunk of time that we can test. So let's fit all these in here and make sure. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Then we could do more on this side. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That makes no sense. 11. Yeah, that's 22. I don't know where I got 23 from. Let's also do for the stairs here. Continue these up. Not that really players should have access to here. This is kind of more for our access. So we might lock this door or something, I don't know. We'll do that. Do another weather clear. Alright, that goes up to here. That'd be 11. We could do 12, or 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 probably enough, I would say, hopefully. Then let's do this along here. Okay. Then we'll do it here and here. All these are going to trigger at the same time right now, but that's fine. Let's come back and tweak the times. So we have 24 things, right? I think a Minecraft day goes from 0 to 24,000 ticks. No. 18,000? Let's have a double check here. I'm going to Google that. So it is 24,000 in a Minecraft day. So let's make the math really easy here. Let's just do 24. Let's also throw some torches down. So if we have 24, this one would go from 0 to 1,000, because we would have 24,000 that we're meant to cover. This one would go from 1,000 to 2,000. This one, are they all always active? Yeah, looks like it. Okay. This one would go from 2,000 to 3,000 and so on and so forth. Let me get these finished. Okay, so I did make a mistake with the min and the stuff backwards, but I've changed all that around now. So our min is our minimum is our minimum. And it seems to be moving along here. So whenever it ticks over, and in fact we can do a time query daytime. So that's 6645. That should change pretty soon. 6758, 790, 825, 871, 906, 942. There we go. Change it over. And it's between 7 and 8,000, which is this block. So that seems to be working. Okay. So now the next thing we want to do is place, or we should probably first do our bottom row command blocks. Then we'll place these blocks into our top row command blocks. How about that? Let's have 2 command blocks on me for some stupid reason, who knows why. So we're also going to need to build the clocks and set where they clone from and where they clone to. That's going to take quite a bit of time. So in fact, it's already 1:30 here. Like I said, I have a whole bunch of stuff I need to do tonight. So I think I'm going to end the episode here, so I can get everything I need to done, because I didn't do it before, because I'm an idiot. And then, this clock is also drooped slightly. I have no idea why. It says this one, actually. Oh, you know what? It's because I cloned them all upwards, isn't it? But there was one that had drooped properly. Oh, it seems to be fixed now. There was definitely one that was drooped, though. I'm sure there was. It was slightly lower offset or something. Anyway, let's end the episode here. We've got some work done. I was going to show you how this stuff worked, too. So, what we have here is these repeating command blocks. So these repeating command blocks, on repeat, if they're always active, they will always just trigger. They will trigger 20 times a second, do whatever their command is. So both of these are testing for spruce doors. There's one on the left, one on the right. So one is testing for the spruce door on the left, one is testing for the spruce door on the right. Basically the same command, just an updated location. So this is 1796.122. This is 1796.123, so it's just one block over. But spruce doors, if they're facing like the same way, like these are on the same side of the block, it's detecting the bottom half. That's also important. The bottom half contains the opened or closed data. Hello. So these are testing for a data of 2, which is these particular spruce doors closed. And again, they're both on the same side of the block. It doesn't matter where the hinge is. I think the hinge is contained in the upper part, if I remember correctly. But they're testing for 2, which is these doors closed. There's also... In fact, I probably don't need these blocks anymore. These blocks are still testing for them closed. I can probably get rid of these. But what these do is, whenever it detects that a particular door is closed, it will trigger the command block. So if we come over here, we open both of these. Now that's going to change. That's probably why I had those command blocks set up there then. Still. Let me put these back here just to make sure. So we're going to need to copy the one on this side. Control and middle click. Clone to block with the command, which is lovely. I love that. Then we'll clone this guy. Change it to a 6. I never actually tested this part, so I don't know if this is gonna even work. Boop. And boop. These should just lock them. So if we have both doors open now, we should... Yeah, we can open and close them no matter what. Okay, so that is important. Okay. Anyway, disregard breaking those blocks. Let's do another weather clear. There we go. Alright. So these are testing for closed doors. These are testing for open doors. There's comparators sticking out of them. That's how command blocks work. If they are testing for something and they find it, they will send the output through a comparator, blah, 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 blah. That's obvious how that works. I think the heater is kicking in, but that might be the fridge. Who knows? They sound the same. Then these comparators from the closed door testing go through these repeaters, which will each power one of these blocks. So obviously this one will power this block, the other one on the far side will power the one on the far side. That's how redstone works. It goes through the block, it powers a block around it. These command blocks are literally just cloning. They are cloning these rooms here, or the interior of these rooms. They're not cloning the floors, they're not cloning the walls, they're just cloning the stuff inside. This one has the coat stands, this one has a chest. And there's a hidden away here. So, when it detects that a door is closed, and it's assuming that the other door is not open, so if we were to change it, let's break this so we can have a look. So if we were to open this one, that is going to lock this repeater. So if we were to close or open the other one, everything is now off. So this one is not detecting a closed door. If we were to close this door right now, it would trigger, but it's not going to trigger this command block because it's already staying powered from this being locked on. Incidentally, it doesn't have the locked bar. That's interesting. But if we were to close this door, if we were to close this door, everything is now good to go. So if we were to open this door, this is unpowered. Incidentally, because we closed the other door, the other one got powered, so now it's the coat stands. So right now, this is testing 20 times a second for a closed door. As soon as it finds it, it will send the comparator signal through here, through this repeater, and if the other door is closed, because this is testing for that, and it will lock it off if it's not, and then it will power this block. So if we close this door, it changes to a chest. If we open and close the other one, so if we open it, now this guy is off, the far one. This guy again, testing 20 times a second for a door. Close it, and it changes the coat stands. That's how that works. Really nifty, especially with the new command blocks. The other way would have taken like redstone clocks and goodness knows what else. Really nifty little way of doing it in these command blocks. So it kind of gives you like a double closet thing. So depending what you open and technically what you close, it will be something new behind there. I did have it working on if you were to open the door, it would change, but the door would open and then it would change, so it looked kind of funny. So I changed it to the closing door thing, which I think is nice. We could also set up something like with a dispenser, or we could set up like a clock with a dispenser that would randomly change it if the doors were closed, which would also be fun. But anyway, that is the heater kicking in now, so I'm going to end the episode here. I would like to thank Pickle Hosting for hosting the Patreon server. They do a great job, and they helped me, like I said, update to 1.9, because I was too stupid to work it out. So thank you very much to them. If you would like to get your own Pickle Hosting server, there is a link in the description to do so. You can also use the coupon code ADLINGTON15, that's ADLINGTONT15, to get 15% off. And, you know, you can have a cool server. If you'd like to join this particular Patreon server, explore the castle, look at the secrets, there's other secrets I haven't told you about in this episode, which I've been working on, then you can do so at patreon.com/adlington. Again, link in the description for that, because, you know, links in descriptions, that's where they belong. As always, I would like to thank you guys very much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next episode.